Well, morning to you guys, because it is morning. As you can see, I'm sort of getting ready at the moment. Still need to wait for my hair to dry, but apart from that, I'm pretty much good. I'm going out today, so I thought I'd do another early vlog interface. And I did say I'd go through my bookcase. So, quickly, if I just do a little scatter tidying. My room always looks like a disaster, so if I'm getting ready, I just seem to throw things about. Okay, so my bookcase. It's going to be a bit hard to show you everything, so I'm just going to go over my bookcase, sort of from left to right, down. So you can just sort of see, there's my eel. Ignore the eel. There is another layer, like another shelf a bit further down, but there's just too much stuff to see it. Okay, so what do I got? I've got... Oh, too dark over here. Okay, I've got a couple of Tolkien books for people who like Tolkien. I've got The Hobbit and The Children of Hurin, which I still need to read. I've read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and they're amazing. People are like, it's really difficult to get into, there are too many names and places, but the fact is, Tolkien was able to create just like an entire world, and it was just so real because of the fact that there's all these languages and there's all these characters and places and difficult pronunciations. It can make it a bit difficult, but it makes it real. And I grew up watching the films because my granddad, wonderful man, while he was here, he introduced it to me when I was very little, and I've loved it ever since. I've got my Lewis Carroll book, which I showed you yesterday. I have a lovely edition of Sherlock Holmes, all of it. The complete stories of Sherlock Holmes. I've actually only ever read The Study in Scarlet out of that. But I'm looking forward to reading the rest. It's a very big, hefty book, so you've got to be careful with it. But I love Sherlock. Sherlock, obviously enhanced by the BBC Benedict Cumberbatch awesomeness, but I think it's very in-depth and very clever. There's not enough books written nowadays where genuine wit is employed. I like it. I've got all the Hunger Games, still too dark over here. I've got all the Hunger Games, and I love the first two. Third one, the ending. I'm sorry, spoilers for the people who haven't read Hunger Games. Turn this off now. Actually, please keep watching, but just forgive the spoilers. The ending is just so bad. I mean, no offence, Susan Collins, but really? We get together and I'm alright, I guess. I mean, still freaking out a bit. Kids, yeah, I love them. The end. That's it, that's the end. I'm like, what? Okay, so yes, that made me indignant. I have a huge collection by a man called Jeffrey Deaver. Now, I'll try and show you, because there's like 16 books. I'm sorry if it's too dark. It starts from about there, and it goes all the way across there, all the way across there, and then down, and there's like another 4 or 5 books there. Now, people in the US, if you're watching this, you'll probably know who Jeffrey Deaver is. Very famous author over there. Over here, not so much. Whenever I say, oh yeah, let me pick a book. I have Vanished Man by Jeffrey Deaver. Over here, people are like, who's that? People don't know. And then I say, have you seen the film The Bone Collector? And they go, oh yeah, I love that film. I'm like, well, the guy who wrote the book to The Bone Collector is Jeffrey Deaver. Now, I would seriously check this guy out. He's completely and utterly amazing. The Bone Collector is probably the best book out of the series, but honestly, I'd have to say that my second favourite is The Vanished Man. It's about a murderer who is a magician. Utter amazing times. A magician who murders people and then disappears like a magician. Seriously, read it. It's so good. If you like mystery, like I do, the most infuriating thing I find is being able to just know what the end's going to be. Not maybe the specifics of the story, but, you know, reading up to about chapter 5 and thinking, it's going to be that guy, or I don't know who it is, but I know it'll be done this way, and it can be really frustrating, because you sort of think, I paid to be surprised, or, you know, it was a gift, and then you didn't pay anything, but you still want to be surprised. So if you want an author who is genuinely good, like Arthur Conan Doyle good at surprising you, Jeffrey Deaver. I also have the Bridget Jones books, because, you know, everyone needs a bit of Bridget Jones. Helen Fielding. Okay, you ripped off Pride and Prejudice, but you did it in a way in which Colin Firth and Hugh Grant got to be in the film. I applaud you. You're a wonderful woman. Thank you very much. I still have those DVDs. I love them. Oh, Hugh Grant. Why won't you be mine? Although I think I'd rather have Colin Firth. Anyhow, digression. I have a couple of autobiographies. I've got Miranda Hart. Is it just me? I'm not breaking any copyright. I've got lots of Stephen King. Definitely love a bit of Stephen King. And I've got Pride and Prejudice. I have some of the classics. My favourite book of all time, always will be, no one could ever change my mind, is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. She got my name and she got my thing. I love Jane Eyre. It is the best novel ever written. I will vow to that on anything you want me to. So yeah, I can't describe how much I love Jane Eyre. And I've got Pride and Prejudice, second favourite classic, utter amazings. I have this really old book from my childhood, and I want to show you because it's such bad condition. It's for Beatrix Potter. It's called The Tale of Squirrel Nutkin, and as you can see, it's pretty much dead, but I absolutely love it. In fact, I'm going to read you some, because it is just so good. Let me find a page. There's a part, and even today I don't understand it. It's meant to be some sort of riddle. Okay. Old Mr. B, riddle me ree, hitty-pitty within the wall, hitty-pitty without the wall. If you touch hitty-pitty will bite you. Oh, Beatrix Potter. Even as a child, I was like, still don't get it, but a really, really cute little book from my childhood. Kept it. Okay, so that's my bookcase, really. I've got loads more. In fact, I have an entire William Shakespeare collection down here, but it's on like the lowest level, so I can't really show you. But I will name drop some of the plays. I've got Much Ado About Nothing, Hamlet, Macbeth, Scottish play, if any of you were scared. The Winter's Tale, Twelfth Night, Julius Caesar, Othello, all the classics really. So yeah, that's my bookcase. However, if you'll have a very quick look, 'cause I've got to go in a bit, there's a nice big gap there. I've got some poetry. I've got Shelley, Duffy, Edgar Allan Poe, W.B. Yeats, and then just like a random book of narrative verse. I need to fill that gap. That gap is too big for my liking. So yeah, recommend me some stuff and I'll fill that hole there with the books you recommend. And I'll do another one of these little sort of review videos. Anyhow, so I'm going to have to go, 8 minutes. Have a good day guys, and bye.